concerts, the Giles B. Cook Post number 53 in the American Legion. Welcome to the band's annual Christmas concert. I say annual because we've been doing this every year since 1985, with the exception of that one year when nobody did anything, okay? Our conductors this evening will be Ronald Dye, Ed Richards, Mark Malechek, Madeline Lee, and Victor Rohr. I'm John Vance. Chris Fries and I will be doing the narrating this evening.
As has been our tradition at our annual Christmas concert, we will take up a collection during intermission to benefit the needy in our community. Tonight's collection will be going to CCAP, so when the offering plates are passed, please give generously.
Our opening selection this evening is a brilliant rhapsodic setting by Claude T. Smith of the traditional Christmas carol Adeste Fidelis, also known as O Come All Ye Faithful. Please welcome Ron Dye to the podium to conduct symphonic prelude on Adeste Fidelis.
The community band's next selection is based upon the well-known Advent chant, O Come, Emmanuel. It is a series of variations which presents the melodic material in several interesting and unusual settings. This is Elliot DeBorgo's Christmas Variants.
The holiday, Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, dates back to the rededication of the Second Temple in Jerusalem after the Maccabean revolt of 2 BC. The 8-day religious event celebrates ceremonial olive oil lighting the Second Temple's menorah for 8 days when it was expected to last for only 1 day. In modern times, Hanukkah is a time for families to gather together and celebrate. Food is eaten, games are played, and of course, music is also a part. In our next selection, Hanukkah Holiday, Robert Washburn has woven together traditional Jewish melodies with some original material to create a festive homage to the Festival of Lights. Wait for a raucous ending that will spin you like a dreidel. Please welcome Mark Malechek to conduct the Hanukkah. This is Hanukkah Holiday.
Next to Summaries are coming in, it is highly probable that the melody known as Greensleeves is the oldest secular piece of music of which we have any documentary evidence. The song can be traced back to the early 14th century, thus making it over 600 years old today. It was already what we might call a standard in Shakespeare's time and was used by him on several occasions in his plays, most notably in Merry Wives of Windsor. Its melody was also taken as the basis of the beloved Christmas carol, What Child Is This? Certainly a song with such vitality, capable of appearing in many forms, during the centuries and showing no signs of a loss in popularity as the years and changing tastes go by, deserves to be called a classic. Alfred Reed, one of the nation's most prolific and frequently performed composers, wrote the version the community band will be performing this evening in 1961 in response to a request for a concert setting of the melody for winds, similar to Vaughan Williams' version of strings, harps, and flute. Please welcome Madeline Lee to conduct This is Greensleeves.
Clement C. Moore, an American poet and educator, was born in 1779 in New York City, where he later taught literature at the Episcopal General Theological Seminary. Moore is best known for the poem beginning, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," which, although it has occasionally been attributed to other writers, most commonly is associated with Moore. Newell H. Long, a former music professor at Indiana University and a composer, well known for such popular band works as Lincoln Lyric Overture, symphonic variations on Yankee Doodle, The Wise Owl, and Art Show, wrote a band setting of Moore's poem in 1946. This evening, Chris Fries will narrate, while the community band conducted by Ed Richards performs Newell H. Long's band setting of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds. While visions of sugar plums danced in their head. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap. Had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, to see what was the matter. Away to the window, I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. laughter so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkle, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed. Like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh. To his team gave a whistle. like the down on a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all!" And to all a good night.
Okay. We will now take a short intermission. Just a reminder, during intermission, we will take up a collection to benefit the needy in our community. There are many local people who are not so fortunate as most of us and need assistance just to have basic necessities, food on the table, clothes on their back, warm clothes to wear. Our collection will be given to CCAP to aid in their work for the less fortunate in the Front Royal Warren County community. And as the plates are passed, please give generously.
The American Legion Community Band is very fortunate to have many very talented musicians. Quite a few are also music educators. One such musician is Madeline Lee, who teaches music in Frederick County, Virginia. In addition to playing French horn in the band and conducting, she is also a composer. Tonight, Madeline will open the second half of the concert with one of her compositions. Here now is Madeline Lee conducting A Christmas Fanfare.
You may not recognize the next selection as a traditional Christmas song or carol, but it is a fabulous piece of music. Alfred Reed wrote Russian Christmas music based on an ancient Russian Christmas carol called Carol of the Little Russian Children. I read that this afternoon 3 times and did the same thing all 3 times. I'm sorry. This carol, together with a good deal of original music and some elements derived from the liturgical music of the Eastern Orthodox Church, formed his impression of Old Russia of jubilant Christmas season. Our next selection is Russian Christmas music.
great cantor of Leipzig, composed nearly 300 cantatas, of which over 200 have been preserved. They are especially characteristic of Bach's genius, and they constitute by far the larger portion of his total output. Only one of his cantatas was published during his lifetime, but after his death, they were widely dispersed, a large bundle of them being sold by his widow for about $40. They were of little use to his sons, who followed the musical trend of the day, and it remained for Mendelssohn and others to rescue the works of the master composer from oblivion. The cantata, for which Jesu, Joy of Man's Desiring is a part, is titled Herz und Mund und Dat und Liebe. It was composed for the Feast of the Annunciation, and the beautiful accompanying chorale occurs twice in the course of the work. Victor Rohr will now conduct Eric W. G. Liedzen's transcription of Johann Sebastian Bach's Jesu, Joy of Man's Desiring.
We would like to add a touch of Spain to your holiday season with this delightful arrangement of Jose Feliciano's famous Christmas song. Ron Dye will now conduct John Moss's arrangement of Feliz Navidad. You're right. Here we go.
We offer our thanks to Randolph-Macon Academy for providing the band free of charge, rehearsal facilities, the use of band equipment, and the use of its facilities, including the chapel this evening, and for many of our performances. We thank Mr. Eric Rodney, the owner of Shin Valley Web Hosting, for providing web space free of charge for the band's internet web page. If you have not visited our web page, which contains our performance schedule, photographs, sound clips, and a tremendous amount of other information, we invite you to visit the site at www.alcband.org. John?
The community band has been very fortunate to receive a tremendous amount of support since its founding. We thank our sponsors, Giles B. Cook, post number 53 of the American Legion, and if you see a Legionnaire, tell them thank you, because they have given financial support for the band, having spent many thousands of dollars over the years to purchase both music and equipment. This band would not be possible without the Legion's support. Finally, we offer our heartfelt thanks to you, our audience, for attending tonight's concert. I said earlier this year, if we didn't have an audience, all we'd have was a bunch of good musicians sitting up here practicing and 3 or 4 people waving a white stick at them. It makes a concert when you all are here, and we greatly appreciate your coming. Just a couple of other items here. The community band will take a short break until after the holidays, but will begin rehearsals for our upcoming spring and summer season on Tuesday, January 14th. The band rehearses every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. here at RMA down in the Fulton Arts Complex. We are always looking for new members, although I'm not sure where we'd put them if we had them tonight, but nonetheless. So if you play an instrument and would like to join us, please speak with one of our members. Could I have a drum roll, please? I had a hard time counting this tonight because it just kind of blew my head off. I counted, unless I made a mistake, and I don't think I did because I counted it twice, $1,585. Give yourselves a hand. CCAP will be overwhelmed. And they'll love it. All right, Chris.
Thank you, John. Leroy Anderson conducted bands at Harvard and Radcliffe College early in his career. He was a captain in the United States Army Intelligence Corps during World War II and later served as a church choir director, organist, and conductor. He is well known for such famous works for band as Bugler's Holiday, The Typewriter, and for the band's next selection, A Christmas Festival. Written in 1950, this is probably one of the best-known Christmas arrangements for band or orchestra. Among the familiar songs included in this arrangement are Joy to the World, Deck the Hall, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, Good King Wenceslas, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Silent Night, Jingle Bells, and Adeste Fidelis. Please welcome Ed Richards back to the podium to close tonight's concert with Leroy Anderson's A Christmas Festival.